Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. My name is Jason Hood. I am again starting an absolute beginner series because I'm a guitar player just like you, and I am learning just like you. And I've been playing for quite a few years. Sometimes I get serious, sometimes I slack off for quite a while. And I hope that this will help others who are learning, and it's also going to help me reinforce the things that I've learned. So, I'm not going to lie to you, I'm benefiting from these videos just as much as you. But what I want to talk to you about today is the notes of the open strings. They're very important because they start a pattern that is actually throughout the guitar, but we'll get into that later when you start learning the notes on the guitar. But this is important for tuning your guitar. For tuning your guitar, you need to know that the bottom string, which is actually your first string, yeah, it can get confusing as a beginner when you hear somebody say their top string or their first string. That's it. This one down here. And the reason why they say that, I believe, is because it's a higher note. So this is high in sound. And this is lower in sound. So even though this is higher relatively, this is your high E string. This is your low E string. So, which gets me started to naming the strings for you. So we have E. After the E, the second string here is a B. After the B string, we have G. After your G string, we have D. After your D string is A. And then after that is E. So 1 is E. 2 is B. 3 is G. 4 is D. 5 is A. 6 is E. Now, you can tune your guitar by listening to other things and other people tuning their guitars, but I want to show the old-fashioned way because I've learned, now that I'm trying to learn more things, how important it is to know these notes. Now, I have here a guitar tuner. You can get these real cheap off Amazon. I recommend you go to a music store and get one, though. For one thing, you can start conversing with people about music. Even though you don't know anything, don't worry about it. They're used to that. But also just to support your local music store, you know, your local businesses. Nothing wrong with Amazon because a lot of small local businesses put stuff on Amazon. But anywho, enough about that. So to make sure you're where you're at, you can use that tuner. But I would recommend that you only tune your low E string with that. And once you get there, get to where you want to be, you can leave it on. But so in tuning your guitar, if you're in E, you have your E, you have your E, you want to know where your A is. So, a little bit of music theory, don't worry about it, you don't have to grasp it right now, but you have E, and then F, it's a half step. So E, F, G is a whole step, and then next is A, because in the musical alphabet you have A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, because it starts over after G, okay? So you have E, F, G, A. Remember I said that this string, the fifth string, is A, so we're going to press right there, and then we're going to see if it sounds the same when we hit the middle one. So here we have from the top string, or the low E string, 5th fret is A, and it sounds just like A when I hit the 5th string, the open 5th string. I hope that makes sense to everyone. I'm hitting the one closest to me here, the low E string on the 5th fret, and then the open one. So what that tells me is that this note and this note is the same. It may not seem important now, but later on as you advance and you want to move up the neck, it does help to know that this A is right here when you get into bar chords and things. Talk about that later. Anyways, next we have, so we have the E string that we tuned with our tuner, and then we have the A string that we tuned by ear, okay? And that helps too. It's going to help develop your ear. So then we're going to press on the A string in the 5th fret. That is our D. So then we're going to go to the next string down, which is this one here. This is our 4th string from the bottom, and see if it sounds the same. A string, D string, A string, 5th fret, D string. Hit them together. Shouldn't hear much difference. Okay, so now you know that that's in tune. So you go all the way down. We're going to do it again. We're going to do D. We're going to use the D string, or the 4th string, which is the D string, on the 5th fret. That gives us a G, which is what our 3rd string is. I hope you can see which ones I'm hitting here, so it's not too confusing. I'm sorry. There. So they sound relatively the same. Okay. So then we go to our G string. Now this is where it gets complicated because on the G string, which is the 3rd one from the bottom, 1, 2, 3, this is our G string, we actually have to move up to the 4th fret. It's important to remember, and this is another reason why I think everyone should tune their guitar this way, is because you get used to that. You're understanding the build of the guitar. Not really understanding why, but we do understand that it does do that. So you move up towards the head. So from 5 to 4 gives us a B. A B, which is the next string down towards the ground. B. And that is correct. You hear it sounds the same. Okay, now we're going to go back to the 5th fret. I know. I don't know. It gets complicated. Hit that one, and that should be our E. Okay? E. And then we're going to listen to the bottom string, which is E. So, if you were paying attention, you noticed that E is at the top string and at the bottom string, which I just said backwards because remember what I said. This is your high, this is your low. So, these 2 strings are the same, only they're an octave, well, maybe 2 octaves. Yeah, because, anyway, they're the same. They're just 2 different octaves. So, there we go. That is how you tune your guitar, and that takes some practice. That takes some ears. I mean, you have to listen to it, but that's good. That's a good thing. So if you're doing it and you get frustrated and you get aggravated, take a few minutes to do that with your guitar, but it's okay to use this. You don't want to spend up too much of your first practice time. And I actually recommend that setting up your guitar or something, bring it into a music store and ask them to set it up. They'll tune it. It might be out of tune by the time you get home because strings do stretch. Which is another key thing to remember is, tune your guitar often, or at least check it. Check it by ear. So, there you have it. That is how you tune your guitar as you are learning your notes while you tune your guitar, because what you're doing is you're reinforcing the idea that E, and then you have A here, A here. So remember I said that your strings are, well, let's take it from the top position, from the low. E, A, D, G, B, E. So we have A, D, G, B, B there, then E again, and then A again, because as we said, these are the same. So that is going to help you. So if you memorize these, then just helping you memorize these also on your 5th fret. So that comes in handy later on down the line. But right now, just worry about you're trying to tune your guitar and learn what notes are what. So there you go. That is how you tune your guitar. Those are the notes of your open string. Another thing that I probably should have mentioned, or it's not too late, is that 12 frets down, on most guitars, you have 2 dots. Okay? Or sometimes you have different things. I think all of my guitars have dots. I don't have any fancy birds or dragons or anything. But these are the exact same. It's just 1 octave higher. If you don't know what that means, it's okay right now. If you're just a beginner, this is just something that you might hear later and want to understand. But E, open, and then E on the 12th fret, same string, is also an E. Okay? Same thing for all the strings. E, B, D, G, D, A, E. There you go. There you have it. So if you learn these strings, the open strings, you already know where your 12th is. And with tuning your guitar, you already know what your 5th is. So on the 5th fret. So there you go. Something to think about, something to to practice and look at as you're learning your guitar journey. Again, I highly recommend you tune your own guitar or learn how to do it. And there you go. Think of it as a learning process, not a chore. As in, oh, I have to tune my guitar again. No, you shouldn't look at it like that. Just think of it as another way to practice the notes and things on the guitar. So, all right, again, if you like these videos, like and subscribe, please, to my channel. If you have any suggestions, take criticisms. I don't even care. Put it in the comments. Hit the notification buttons if you are an absolute beginner and you want to know when the next video is coming out. Do that. Yeah, subscribe. Hit like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Send comments, questions, comments, what you would like to see, what you maybe don't understand, or maybe something you do understand and you think that I missed. Yeah, put it in there. We'll talk about it and maybe do another video. All right, thanks.